Welcome to Going Beyond. Thank you so much for joining me here today. In the studio today, I have someone who calls himself an IP creator. I'm going to find out what that is all about. His name is Richard Noel, and he's driven all the way from Salem to actually come in here to the studio for this interview. I do appreciate it. Richard, let's start by saying, what does IP creator mean?
All right. So first of all, thank you so much for inviting me.
It's my pleasure. It's my
pleasure to be here, to meet
Thank you.
to have a word with you, and to spend some time with you.
Thank you for coming.
So IP, the abbreviation for IP is intellectual property.
Yes.
So what we do is we basically bring the whole ideas into reality. So it involves a lot of bringing people together in a lot of different ways. So let it be through a festival format, or let it be through a cultural format. It's basically bringing people together. And when we say people, it is actually a huge number, like a 5-digit, 4-digit, 5-digit kind of a people.
Really?
So it is about bringing thousands and thousands of people together for one particular cause. And through that, it's driven into a celebration. So IPs are basically intellectual property.
Right.
Like you said.
So how long have you been doing this?
For past 8 years, 9 years.
Very successfully, I believe.
Yes.
Yes,
hopefully.
don't be honest. Yes, say yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I know that you had a very well publicized, very successful art festival. Am I right? In
Yes,
Kerala, is that
yes,
right?
yes.
Let's start by asking you to
Yes.
tell me about it, please.
Yes.
Richard.
It's called Culture. So I had the design with me for like around 2-3 years, and I was trying it in different other cities. So basically I travel a lot. So whichever city I am, I try to pitch it to the investors or the people over there. So this really worked out for me in Kochi. So I did it along with a very prestigious brand called 𝗟𝗡𝗧.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The newspaper people.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
The television and newspaper people.
So they have an entertainment vertical called 𝗂𝗂𝗧.
Okay.
So they had a television channel which is a successful record label right now. So they were the one who was very interested to take this up and go ahead with it. So they gave me a green signal. So that's when culture really came into reality.
Right.
And then I met some really amazing, really talented set of directors from 𝗟𝗡𝗧, who gave me enough strength, enough support, and everything that is required for all of us to do together. So the niche is from me, but down the lane, you need a lot of brains together to do it, because it is mainly about people management. So to manage a bigger number of people, it requires a lot of people to come inside. And people from that particular brand have really gave us a lot of strength to put that out and bring into reality.
Right.
And it has been running successfully for 2 years. And
it's an annual event, is it?
It's an annual event. So it happens for 3 days.
Okay.
It's a 3-day music festival where we bring around more than 10 to 15,000 people on ground.
Wow.
And it's a huge cultural festival.
Correct.
Which I think that
initially, when you have to actually pitch your ideas to the people concerned, to the people who would obviously make the investment, is that a hurdle? Is that difficult to do?
It is, surely it is, because what happens is there is a slight confusion between event managements and IP productions. So event management is showcasing. For an example, if you give me a car, and if I have to do an event with it, I'll probably showcase the car, tell them what specifications that the car has and stuff.
Yes.
But as who I am, what I would do is I would create an experience with that car. I would probably pick some very interesting people, set up cameras around that car, go on a drive around India, film everything, and then create a story around that car, create an experience around that car, rather than just keeping that car as a product.
So totally different, in fact, from event management.
True,
Not
true.
to be confused, I can see.
So I curate experience, I design experience more than just a showcase of a product.
Right. Where do you get 10,000, 15,000 people from? How do you rustle up numbers like that?
First of all, India is very populated.
Yes,
so,
of course. But still, you have to get there. You have to persuade them to come and be part of what you're trying to do, isn't it?
Yeah. So basically, we find gaps we find gaps that is missing out on different cities. So since I travel around a lot of city, I get to know what is missing in a particular city, and there is always a trade between something that comes first to a city and then it goes to the next, it goes to the next.
Yes.
So I kind of have a track where, okay, now it has reached here. Next, this is going to move from this city to this city. So through that, I try to find some gaps. And that gaps is where all of this comes into reality.
Right. But tell me, Richard, do you deal a lot with what, tier 1 or tier 2 cities? I mean, would you actually go down to, well, I don't know, a very small place in Tamil Nadu, for instance, because we're in Tamil Nadu. Would you actually go and touch a sort of a rural area or not at all?
Not yet. We've been very active with tier 1 cities. By 2026, our complete design is only with tier 2 cities.
Really?
Yeah. So because now tier 1 cities has it all.
Yeah.
It's the next set of tier which needs a new exposure, a new experience.
Right. Do you see an actual interest in the tier 2 cities to welcome somebody like yourself with your ideas?
It takes time. At times, what I came up with, I don't know if you've heard of this quote called, either you look like an idiot or a genius.
No, I haven't. Tell me about it. I wonder what I look like, genius or idiot.
So I always keep that in my mind, because when you go out of the blue, you don't belong to the city. At times, I don't even know the language.
Yes, of course.
So I'm a complete outsider, walking inside a state, inside a huge prestigious brands and companies, and then I tell them, like, guys, you need to do this, and they'll be like, who are you? Where are you coming from?
I can imagine.
So, but down the lane, it takes a lot of meetings. It takes a lot of. There is very less amount of convincing someone. It is surely not about convincing anyone. It is just to let them know that this is the future.
So you sort of, I suppose you seed the idea to them and then leave it to them to make a decision?
Yes, it's up to them. It's up to them. See, down the lane, like I said, I come from a place where I sense to see what is the change that is going to happen in another 2-3 years. So rather than waiting for the change to happen and then you becoming a part of it, I approach cities.
You want to
little
start the
before.
change, I can see, right?
Maybe. So that's the gap I'm trying to talk about. So
right.
there are few cities which has already put up their foundations, but there are cities where the foundations are a little less. So I would like to go there, let them know that so and so is missing here. If you get these things clear, this is going to have a huge traction and huge reception.
So right. So before you take on, say, a tier 2 city, I'll talk about that. Before you actually, do you actually go in with a preconceived list of people whom you want to meet, or how would you, into a place where you don't know anybody, how would you put your little foot in there?
I first just move to the city. I'll pack everything, move to a new city, live there for a couple of years, I mean at least for months, try to understand the market and try to first sense whether this is going to work there with the idea that I bring in. And as an alternative, I try to understand what is not there, what is missing in that particular space. And then I'll try to understand who could be the right partner that can come along with it to execute something like this or to bring something like this in reality. And it's a step-by-step process. But down the lane, I'm very excited about doing something new. At times I get bored doing the same thing again and again.
Interesting.
I'm very excited to new things. So once that excitement passes from me to the other person, things gets kicked off.
Right. Richard, are they a bit apprehensive when you first descend on a city, on a tier 2 city? They must be pretty horrified at some of the stuff you bring to the table.
True. I've had a very rough experiences as well at few cities.
I am
At
sure.
few cities because of language, because of someone who has nothing to do with that space and looking as an outsider. But down the lane, I don't try to own anything in any of the cities that I travel to.
Okay.
So that is somewhere where I get that soft corner on myself from them. I come, I create that, I build that for the people at the city, and then I leave. So I don't own anything there, I don't take back anything. I only take back my memories, and my little satisfaction of, oh yes, I created that in that city.
Right. So now give me an idea now. The only one that I know about was this art thing that you've done in Kerala. So what else have you done, like in the same genre or whatever?
Before curating culture at Cochin, I was in Mumbai for a year, where we executed a national beatbox festival.
Beatbox?
Beatbox. So
Meaning what?
beatbox is it's a music that you create with your own mouth.
Okay.
Without any instruments. So it's a human form of,
Like
a cappella, yeah, a very new form of a
Yes,
cappella. So a
okay.
cappella has more of melodies and harmonies.
Yes, of course.
Beatbox also has a lot of beats along with it.
Okay.
So that's the new formation of the whole a cappella. So there's a community called BBX India who drives the national beatboxing community. So they approached me to direct their festival. So that's where I first went to Delhi, moving from Chennai. I lived in Delhi for 3-4 months. I did my R&D there, and then few things didn't set up there. Then I moved to Goa for 3-4 months. It didn't work there as well. And then I moved to Mumbai. And then I was in Mumbai for 8 to 10 months, where we got to execute this beautiful festival. So it is a combination of both national championship and a beatbox concert at the end of the day.
Right.
So it was a 2-day festival where we got to gather around 800 beatboxers throughout India, and they all were competing with each other, and we kind of had the national champion over there. And then post 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, we had beatbox concerts happening. So
Right.
there was one very interesting
Tell me.
moment for me,
Tell me.
where I was around the corner, and that was the last set for the day. So we invited this band called 𝗵𝗡𝗻. So they're from France. It was their performance, and I haven't heard 𝗵𝗡𝗻 before. I mean, yes, I did my research around that, but that's the first time for me to listen to them live. So I was in some other corner doing some work, and then I got to hear the last set have started. So I was actually imagining that some DJ or a producer is playing on his console. And then by the time I reached to the main arena, I got to see these 4 artists, 𝗵𝗡𝗻. It's just them and a mic. It sounded
Beautiful.
so crystal clear. It didn't give me an idea that it's actually a very very organic human voice has actually created such a huge impactful sound, a sonic around. So that's when I got to know the power of beatboxing. Then I started loving that art form, and it's a subculture that comes under hip hop, and it's very talented set of people who did that. And before that, I did festivals when it comes to hip hop dancing. I'm myself a dancer. I come from a dance background.
You look like a dancer.
So I come from a dance background. So that's where it started. Initially, I liked doing it. Then I realized there's a little more extra, very personal happiness for me when I make another person do it. Then I started teaching. I started traveling. I started teaching dance. Then the next step was creating stage for dancers, creating platform for dancers. And that went from dance to beatbox, beatbox to music, music to rap music. Now it's a cultural format where I bring everything together.
Right.
It's more like you bring everything on the plate, and then you get to serve that meal, all of it together.
Right. So I'm getting the feeling from the way you speak that everything you're doing, have done, and plan to do probably is all related to some form of music. Am I right?
Art.
Or is it art?
Art, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So explain to me, is it just dance? Is it music? Is it song? Is it, I need to kind of draw you out.
It's everything, because like I said, I am a musician too by myself.
Okay.
That's where it started, and I was a dancer. I was racing motorcycles. I was doing a lot of things when I was really young, and my mom really pushed me to learn a lot of things, because I think she got to know that I'm not going to sit on a desk and work in the future. So I got to learn, and I got to get exposed to a lot of different art forms, where I'm really happy there, and I find the same joy whether I meet a dancer or a musician or a singer. It doesn't go any different for me. It is basically someone who believes in them, who found what their gift is, and they try to proceed a life and a career through that. I want to help them.
So as a human being, tell me, do you sometimes get a bit disappointed if somebody doesn't accept your idea and what you're trying to propose to them?
I do, but then recent days that disappointed became excitement because I try to
challenge.
I just try to see myself there. Because when someone tells me something, I don't go with it every time because I'm someone who believes on myself. That doesn't mean I'm very adamant about it, but down the lane, I'm very confident with what I'm trying to bring on the plate. So I started seeing them as myself. Then for me, it's like, okay, it's just the same person, two person that's sitting and talking. What should I do to convince myself is what I throw on the opposite side.
Right.
So, but then at times, yes, because of a certain reasons, lot of people doesn't want to bring a change, and that's up to them.
You also mentioned that you tried Delhi, you had tried Goa. Did I hear you say that it didn't work in those places? What didn't work?
What didn't work is every art form has its own roots and its own formation of an ambience around it. So beyond all that, when it comes to India, infrastructure is something that we miss out big time. So that infrastructure, so when we talk about infrastructure, Mumbai has that infrastructure than any other city in India. So that's
Is it because of the volumes?
It does, it is. And also it's a huge market.
Okay.
The market is huge, the producers are more, and it's a huge volume, like you said. So the infrastructure has a huge value that's already been invested in Mumbai than any other city. So let it be about bringing 500 people or let it be about 5 lakh people, Mumbai can hold it. They have that infrastructure.
Would you ever move away from this whole music concept that you have? Is that something that you think that maybe one day I'll do it with something else?
I don't think I'll ever go off completely from music and art, but down the lane with what I'm doing right now, I will surely have a different switch to it. Right now, it's a very energetic way of doing it. That might get a little
Diluted? Okay.
But then I will surely have something else to do in the future.
So if you now come into, well, let's take Tamil Nadu, for instance. If you went to Trichy or a smaller town, would you do it in the regional language or would you still concentrate on this Western sort of style, or how do you visualize that happening?
With every single IPs that I've done, it always had both the parties coming together.
Oh, nice.
So it'll always have. That's the reason our previous IP we named it as culture, because it didn't restrict to any one form of language or genre or anything.
Okay.
It's a mix of everything that's coming in. So it's basically a celebration of you being an artist, by not questioning what kind of an artist you are or where you come from, what you follow. No, you follow art. You're one among us. It's as simple as that.
You make it sound very simple somehow, you know. Is it really that simple? There must be a lot of hard work going into what you're doing, Richard.
It's a part of the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long does each sort of project take? 6 months, 8 months, 1 year?
A
How
year.
long does it take?
A year.
1 year?
Yeah, 1 year, 1 year. We need at least 3 months of an R&D at the city that we want to execute it. Because what happens is, not every IP can travel. For an example, if we launch an IP in Chennai, that IP has to happen in Chennai repeatedly. Very few IPs can travel. Okay, this year we do it in Chennai. Next year we do it in Mumbai. Next year we do it in Kolkata. So we can't travel like that.
So you have to repeat that same experience in that same city.
Yes.
And what? You'll develop it more? You'll do something different, or what?
It keeps evolving. It keeps evolving according to the market that is having its own changes. And at the same time, we also try to create the maximum percentage with every single department.
Right.
When it comes to experience, when it comes to safety, when it comes to the security over there, when it comes to the production over there, we try to keep elevating it as every year as we go ahead, so that our bigger picture that we set on the first meeting, we get to reach there at least by the year 3 or 5.
Okay.
It starts somewhere else in the year 1. By 3rd year, we will try to reach what's the actual bigger picture that we are looking at for.
Okay. I'm just wondering now, you have come all the way from Salem last night. is there something brewing in Salem?
No, it was just a meeting.
Oh,
We
it was just
wanted
just a start of a session,
just a
is
start
it?
of something, yeah. We also produce an IP called Homegrown Privates. It comes under a new club called Private Society. So Homegrown Privates is a breakfast gathering which happens at 5 a.m. in the morning. And it goes till 8 a.m. So it's in between 5 to 8 o'clock. It's a 3-hour, a very sober sunrise ritual where we...
Do people attend?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
So we invite 100 to 150 people. It's an only invite space. It's not a ticketed event where anyone can come get a ticket. After a sort of registration process, we handpick individuals and we give them a personal invitation over a call and a mail, and we let them know not to inform anyone. It's
keep
only
it
for you.
secret.
Keep it secret. It's only for
Oh,
you.
nice.
And there is no marketing for it. There is no promotions. There is no posters. Nothing. There's no news goes out. The chosen 150 individual gets a call, and then they'll appear. They'll come on that day, on the morning. So they all gather by 5 o'clock when it is dark, and then we have a beautiful set of music around us at a beautiful space, beautiful setup, where we all random strangers gets to celebrate the first rise of the sun
yes.
together with some good music, good conversations, good coffee, nice breakfast, and we leave.
And how long will it go on for then,
3
Richard?
hours.
3 hours.
Yes, it starts at 5 a.m. and it ends at 8 a.m.
Any other ideas coming up for you?
Oh yes, we have a lot of IPs that's planned up. We are yet to launch another IP by the end of this year. And,
Can I ask what it is or no? If it's a secret, you don't have to tell me, okay? Let me switch. I can see by the look on your face you're not going to tell me that. But what about your age group? Are you targeting any specific age group? Is it just young people? Do you ever have middle-aged people? Do you ever have senior citizens? How does it work? Do you
we have
target anybody?
from this to this.
Really?
Yes. So we started targeting the age group between 25 to 35 because we didn't want a very young set of people to also directly jump into this because at least the creators, we all are from that specific age group.
Age group, yes,
so
surely.
we can probably handle or try to be fit with just same age group.
Correct, of course.
But then it grew to a level where we've had 8-year-old kids coming along with their parents, and I think we had a set of 7 to 8, 60 to 65-year-old women.
Really?
Yeah, a bunch of friends, female friends from, I think they all were between 60 to 65 years.
Amazing.
They came and they had a blast. They were
wonderful.
dancing. They were dancing for whole 3 hours.
Oh, that's great. So you are catering to people of different groups. Is it all at the same event? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Right.
We make sure that, because since it is all handpicked, we make sure that there is a wide range of different age groups and also people coming from different background, different professions, so that it makes sense to come there and meet any one of them, and also accepting that this is how world is. It has different age groups and people with different professions.
Right.
Imagine you slice that world with just 150 people. How will that look?
That's right.
So
that's true.
if that place doesn't work for you, maybe this world is not working for you.
Right.
So that's the kind of little psychological tinge that we're trying to build in there.
Right. Tell me, Richard, is this a good money-making business? And I'm not asking you for figures, not by a long stretch, but is it something that, I mean, the planning goes on for so long, you know, it does take a lot of money to tide you through, all the way through to the event.
It is. It is, surely it is, but it has a very different way of calculating it. Since it acquires both live and a digital space. The live space works like how a usual money space works, but is also the digital space that's involved in it, because we create a lot of contents around it, we create a lot of long contents around it, mixtapes around it. So everything has been also launched digitally, which is an investment from our side.
So do you have a large team? Is this your role? Is it a company that you have formed? How many people work there together? It must call for a lot of work.
Yeah. So basically we are 3 people who's the core. The core three people are there, where we divide between the whole digital, the whole artist management, and the whole designing and the architecture of the IP. Under us, we have a set of 5 to 10 youngsters who works along with us, through who we execute things on ground. But pre-production is majorly done by just these three co-founders.
Right. Can you actually do 2 events at the same time, or doesn't it work like that? It has to be all nurtured towards one, all targeted towards one event.
We are trying our max to actually do 2 events at the same time.
Is it difficult? Must be.
Just the first time. It's always just the first time. But that first time, that first attempt takes a lot of courage and a lot of...
I would say.
It's not about we can't, it's just that we haven't done it yet.
Right.
But previously, yes, I have done a couple of events on the same day at different spaces. Yes, it is possible. It is 100% possible.
Okay. Is there ever a possibility of you sticking to one particular type of event, like you've just been saying, and not sort of diverting yourself very much into other things? Or are you somebody who's all the time looking for some new things to do?
I always look up to new things. But down the lane, in my recent years, when I launch a new IP, I'll make sure I stick to that IP for a certain time, and then set up a system around it where a team can handle it without me. And then I switch to launching the next IP.
So you actually, in point of fact, perfect something that you're actually doing, say now, and maybe next year or whatever it is. So how much in advance are you planning your life really and your work? Because you tell me that you're going to go and sit in a certain city for a few months. How long does all of this management take?
Right now it has become very partially like... I've been all around the place now. Before I used to choose one city, go live there for a certain months.
Any favorite city?
I love Mumbai.
Really?
In India, yes, I really love Mumbai. Outside India, I really love Dubai. I haven't been to a lot of cities, but with the few that I've been to...
You do a work at Dubai as well?
Yes, I was there for good 8-9 years.
Oh, as long as that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where I came out from the box.
Okay.
That's what showed me there is more in life and there is more in this world to serve and to receive.
Did this work in Dubai?
Yes, it does. It did.
Really?
So I wasn't doing this in Dubai. I was doing musicals in Dubai. Like I said, I come from a dance background.
Yes.
So I was doing musicals in Dubai, and I used to teach in an international academy there. I used to teach hip hop there. So that's where I got to understand that anyone that comes from an entertainment background has a lot of space to fit in. Because till I was in India, if you're a dancer, I'm just putting myself in that space. If you're a dancer, either you need to have a dance studio or you need to be a part of the film industry.
Yes,
There's only 2 options.
That's right.
So that's what we all believed in, and that's all everyone is fighting with each other.
Yes.
Only when I traveled to Dubai, I got to understand a dancer can fit in so many different places rather than just these 2 spots. So now that gave me a click about, I was like, there is so much to do. And then I started learning one by one. I put myself in different spaces, different spots, understanding how all of this works, financially, emotionally as all, and also am I enjoying it really?
Right.
But it did work out really well. Then I came back to India. I started giving that little ideas to my people around here. And that's how IPs have started.
Right.
Unless until I start an IP, I can't have this design.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, in conclusion, I'd like to say that you're an extremely versatile person, and it's been really nice for me to learn something about what you're doing. I wish you all the very best, Richard, and I hope that things will go very well for you, for your work, for what you have in your mind, and I'm sure the sky is your limit, literally. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much for coming, driving all the way from Salem. I appreciate that very much. Well, it was great for me to have Richard here to talk to me. He's enlightened me about things I didn't know anything about, okay? And I'm sure that you out there have probably enjoyed very much listening to him, all these new ideas, all these new things that he was talking about. And until the next time, I wish you all the best. Take care for now.